Welcome back to Divinity 648. This is the almost personal reading for Libra. This is recorded November 2020, but the energy will apply should you repeat this karmic cycle at a later time. I am a high vibrational energy intuitive. My demeanor, my tone, my accent, my voice may change without warning or notice. My language. If I slip and swear, it is because I am standing in the energy, and that's the vocabulary that whoever I am speaking with directly or collectively uses as a common word in their vocabulary. Okay? Um, all information that comes forward is through the means of channeling high vibrational energy. Believe it. You may feel heavy, you may feel grounded, you may feel calmer, um, depending on your water intake and how you are able to connect with the energy that I have going on in this session. To schedule a session with me, you need to visit divinity648.com. All scheduling, all payments are processed online. Payments are accepted through a third-party service called PayPal. You do not need to have a PayPal account. You can process your card payment with the service of PayPal, and this is simply to keep your personal information yours. I do not have access to any of it. Any and all payments processed through Venmo to Divinity 648 is considered a donation or a tip and will not be classified as payment for services. You do have to become a member in order to schedule or confirm an appointment. What this does is it allows me to see the frequency of your ordering, and I issue random promo codes. Karmic Rewards Program, you have to email me after becoming a member through the chat feature on the desktop or through the mobile app. Once you are added to Karmic Rewards Program, you get random promo codes for your birthday and for certain types of energy that we are being influenced from planetary alignments. They're completely random, but they're karmic rewards. Karma is always in motion, so rewards are always in motion, and they are at my discretion. To sign up for Karmic Rewards, you have to email info@divinity648.com if you need services but are having a financial hardship. You can contact the same email address and explain your situation. I will know if you're lying or embellishing because I am an energy intuitive and will read it and hear it in your words. Okay. Libra. You bossed up intellectually because you know that nothing is more important to you in your life but the home, right? If you're a parent, your children come first. Their needs come first. If you are the child, you see that maybe your parents are doing everything they can, and these values, whether they're subconscious or not, are bestilled in you, and you are bossing up. You are doing more. You are stepping up. You are taking control on an intellectual level. Your mind, your perspective has been expanded in ways that you are still comprehending. Emotionally, you are more mature, right? And this comes from continuously being faced with trials, hardships, lessons that you have learned from or watched other people endure and have learned from. If you are in a dynamic with an individual that you are trying to walk away from, that individual may be coming forward to you with an offer. Be careful, ask questions, make sure that this individual is worthy of your time and your energy and your love. You want to know all the secrets. You want to know all of the things that they're not saying to you, correct? You want to make sure that before you commit yourself to anything, that they have proven themselves to you. So that way you're not being manipulated, gaslighted, or you don't, it's like a horse with a carrot in front of them. You're going your own way, so they put the carrot in front of you to distract you, to slow you down, to guide you in their direction, right? You don't want to be manipulated like that. You want to make sure that this person is in alignment with who you are and where you want to be in your life. Not everybody from your past or even your present is here for the right reasons, and they might not know it either, right? Um, you are receiving a settlement or a financial opportunity. Maybe you're buying a house, maybe you're receiving a house, maybe you're moving in with someone, but somehow, some way, uh, a small amount of abundance is, or even large, it depends on your alignments, right? They're coming into play for you after some hard work, right? And hard work means anything. It means you actually did manual labor and you're being very well compensated. Or it means you've gone through something and you defended yourself and now you're being compensated, not necessarily financially, but with more freedom, but with more opportunities, blessings of any kind, growth, expansion. Okay, you put in work on some level, and this level will vary based on your planetary alignments, based on your birth chart, house placements, right? For those of you who are moving into a new home, or bought a new home, or received a new home, or um, somehow, some way you've received some type of fulfillment and stability, and it could have came from that opportunity, or it could have come at the same time, somehow, some way. This stability did not come with ease, Libra. This stability came from hard work, or um, going through it. Okay, some of you could have just completed the dark night of the soul. Some of you could have been fighting hard for a relationship, um, even if not physically, but emotionally and mentally, right? You're drained, you battled, you're bruised. But now, after all that work, it's like you built this foundation, you built the structure, you sealed the roof, right? And now you have that stability. You have, you could have started a business and had to defend yourself or worked really hard to build that business up. And now that business is giving you fulfillment. It's giving you stability. Um, it's important to make sure you don't get blinded by financial gains. It's important that you don't let anyone hold on to you due to financial gains, right? You worked hard to get where you are, okay? Nobody gets to ride the coattail unless they're your kids. Honestly, if they did not put in the work, if they did not believe in you, if they did not push you to do better because they expected better of you, then they are not deserving to come along with you. However, that is your discretion to make, right? That is your decision there. But I just see that, you've been through a lot and you fought for yourself to get where you are. But that doesn't mean you rush and you start just handing out all your blessings to everybody who decides to ask for forgiveness and all of a sudden they're your best friends. You have to take pause. You have to reflect, right? Where were they? Did you ask them for help? Were they there when you asked for that help? Were they only there when you asked for help because they checked up on you and knew what was coming? Really assess and evaluate people's motives in your life. You don't have time or room for codependency, toxic, low vibrational behavior. You know, taking a step back while you plan your path, right? You're branching outwardly into different directions. You're branching outwardly into different avenues to secure opportunities for yourself. You're building yourself up. Take that time, have patience, allow things to unfold. Don't sleep on yourself like others have done to you. Don't get lazy, don't get confident, don't get stagnant, right? Distractions come when you're at your highest, right? It's like it's okay for people to miss you is the key here. It's okay for people um to basically take the back seat for a change while you focus on getting good. It's okay for not everyone being allowed to come back in all at once or, you know, even at all, right? It's like you build the foundation, you build the walls, you laid the roof, you sealed all the cracks, you busted your ass, you know, and now everybody comes running towards you. But honestly, besides your children, you really need to use some caution. Think about the moments when you needed that ride and they weren't there for you. Or if they were there for you, they had an attitude. Or if they didn't have an attitude with you, they had an attitude with innocent bystanders who at some point came around to you and let you know. It's like having that conversation with a family member and hearing how this person treated them so disgustingly, undeservingly. You got to look at that like, wow, if they would treat this person this way and they're completely innocent and can barely defend themselves, how are they towards me and how will they be towards me once they get what they're looking for? So make sure you take that time to reflect, look at your grass, see how it's been depleted or where it's been nourished, who helped put in that work and who just sat there and took up space. You know, um, I have gypsy ancestral connections, and one of the things that was being taught to me when learning that I have Heyoka, when I was going through the Heyoka lessons, it was, you have Native American, we are called gypsies because we travel. We don't stay in one place because we understand that staying in one place kills off the earth that we're sitting on. That's why we move. We don't want to eat all the animals. We don't want to disrupt the natural flow of that environment. So we move around, right? Um, you have to understand that when you are moving around or expanding the same way intellectually and emotionally, it's the same. Don't let someone just sit there and take up space and abuse their spot in your life. Don't let them abuse you or just drain your energy. The earth is energy, right? You put something on the grass, underneath that grass, it dies. There's no sun, there's no nourishment. It's being stomped on. It's being, you know, it's under duress. Emotionally and mentally, you don't want anyone putting you through that duress. So look at that ground. What is luscious and green and nourished, and what has been depleted? What is under duress? Who is the cause? How much healing did you have to go through? What did it take? Pull out those justice scales, Libra, and weigh out the differences here. Weigh out the cause and the effect, the benefit for you, the benefit for them. And it's not financial benefit. it's emotional, it's intellectual, right? It's not just physical. The physical part would be the scale. Then you've got the emotional on one side and you've got the intellectual on the other. Was there manipulation? Was there abuse? Not just to you, but to those around them, and why and how? What was the motives? Because what they do to others, that especially those who cannot defend themselves or are not deserving of the treatment that they received, imagine what they'll do to you when they have the things that they need. So this is the almost personal reading for Libra. This is the current energy, and you want to listen to the current energy influence previously posted and available on the podcast, which is also accessible on the website and YouTube. You had to pull yourself up out of darkness to get where you are. You had to stay focused on your money. You had to stay focused on your mental, emotional, and overall stability. And you have to know who was there for you when you had nothing. So once these blessings come in that are karmically due to you because of other people's actions and lack of actions, or your actions and lack of actions, right? Because if this doesn't apply to you, it applies to the people you're immediately involved in, okay? And it will only apply to you in different manners based on your alignment. So you need to know your birth chart for all of my readings. You need to know your houses and what influences are taking place in your houses. Not just what you see on the birth chart, but current planetary alignments matter. Okay, so this is the almost personal reading for Libra. I will be working on the bedroom conversation for Libra next, so you can expect that soon.